The conservative militaristic Christian who says, yes, that is Islam as a whole is lying, is lying, is lying.
Which ISIS is today using in order to justify what they do. Are they Muslims? Yes. They believe what they're doing goes back to Islam and to Muhammad, and I would say that they're right.
Is lying.
Is ISIS Islamic? Yes, would be my answer. And I would go further than that. I would say ISIS is as Islamic as you can get.
But the fact of the matter is that when someone asks the question, is ISIS Islamic? If anyone answers either yes or no without making necessary distinctions, both are not telling the truth. The conservative militaristic Christian who says, yes, that is Islam as a whole is lying. They're lying. That's not true. Anybody can see that's not true.
Now, what does this sort of misrepresentation and deception ultimately accomplish?
Let's love the truth. Let's pursue it. Christian, whether they're French, atheists, whether they're Muslim, it doesn't matter. Those who are innocent and have been harmed by this tragedy, we should love them, we should pray for them, we should come alongside them and figure out how we can help. But let's not ignore the truth either. The cause of these attacks were very much Islam.
Terrorism, 9/11 for instance, according to classical Islamic law is classified as hiraba, which carries the death penalty.
A careful study of the Muslim sources. Until the next terrorist attack, a terrorist attack that's inevitable because we never confront the actual ideology that's been driving these attacks.
Are some facts that Bill seems to love. When you hear them, it's going to blow your mind a bit because the way you're told stories doesn't incorporate this information. Did you know that only 2% of all terrorist attacks were committed by Islamic groups or individuals? Like, I can't get my head around that because I can't think what the other 98% are because I never hear those stories about Buddhist or Christian attacks.
Because Britain is in very real, clear and present danger from terrorism, both from within and from without. But only a fool or a knave would seek to separate British foreign policy from that danger of terrorism.
In my opinion, it's injustice, humiliation, oppression that are the most common causes of terrorism.
Only an idiot could imagine that, as Ken Livingstone just pointed out in that report, that if you go around the world invading and occupying other people's countries, that you're not going to generate a real danger to yourself, blowback, as Ken called it.
And search for truth.
The kind of terrorism that we're seeing today, I believe, is often a response to oppression. People are responding to feeling being oppressed, and one of the things people do when they get oppressed is they feel closed down. At some point, you get this explosion, this boiling over of anger.
They don't come here to attack us because we're rich and we're free. They come and they attack us because we're over there.
Because we're over there. Then you added this on Tuesday. But Al-Qaeda has determination. The determination comes from being provoked.
And search for truth.
Trying to say is our policies have a reaction. Michael Stewart, the head of the Bin Laden unit, the man who tasked to track down and kill Bin Laden, wrote a book called Marching Towards Hell, and in it he clearly says that groups like Al Qaeda are only exist and their only aim is to stop our foreign policy. So this isn't me. This isn't us, a crazy Muslim guy. These are experts. You had a very articulate ambassador prior, all saying the same thing.
So terrorism's a real thing, and if you want to deal with it, there's a couple of ways of doing it. One way is to stop your own terrorism.
Some people claim that religion motivates terrorists. However, the academic research of Dr. Robert Pape has proved the claim to be false.
What I did is I collected the first complete database of every suicide terrorist attack around the world since 1980. It's happened since Iraq. And what the data shows quite clearly is that the principal cause of suicide terrorism is foreign occupation.
And search for truth.
In fact, all terrorist attacks so far that have occurred in America and in the UK have been because, due to the terrorists themselves making statements saying because of our foreign policy over there.
The only reason we have killed this man today is because Muslims are dying daily by British soldiers.
And search for truth.